What we do here is go back.
Hello and welcome to the Butler Press Pass. I'm John George.
And I'm Grant Anschutz.
On today's show, we take a look at how the baseball, softball, and lacrosse teams performed and preview a busy weekend ahead for Butler athletics.
Women's tennis coach Teo Bailey will also join us for an in-studio interview. And we will close the show with a roundtable segment previewing football's spring game on Saturday.
Let's get things started with reviewing how baseball performed on Tuesday. The Bulldogs traveled to Charleston, Illinois to take on the Eastern Illinois Panthers. Center fielder Tyler Houston led the offensive charge for Butler in a 6-3 victory. Houston went 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs and a home run. Pitcher Joe Graziano picked up his third win of the season, improving to 3-0.
The softball team won twice this week as well, with a 9-3 win against Ball State on Wednesday and a 7-3 victory over the UIC Flames on Thursday. Against Ball State, Sammy Anderson, Sarah Dixon, and Caitlin Dowd each had 2 RBIs. In their victory over the Flames, Claire Gilliland hit a 2-run home run, which is her second of the season. The win over the Flames extended their win streak to 4 games.
The lacrosse team was also in action on Wednesday against Villanova. The Wildcats proved to be too much for the Bulldogs as they won the contest 20-4. The bright spot for Butler was leading scorer Haley Hallenbeck, who recorded 2 goals.
Saturday will be an exciting day for athletics as 6 different teams will host events on campus, including men's and women's tennis, baseball, softball, football, and lacrosse. According to Butler Athletics' Twitter page, fans can enter a raffle to win a basketball signed by men's basketball head coach Laval Jordan, as well as make a donation to the Student Athletic Advisory Council Hunger Day fundraiser. Check out butlersports.com for more information.
Butler's men's tennis team look to defend their Big East tournament title in next week's conference tournament. The current team has 6 juniors who act as leaders on the team. They have developed a bond off the court to enhance their on-court team performance. Savannah Betcher has the story.
The Butler men's tennis team is made up of 6 juniors: Aviv Ben-Shabbat, Lope Adelakun, Adrian Mag, Ari Gerstein, Spencer Lang, and Mason Dragos. Along with playing together, many of the team members have also roomed together to strengthen their friendship.
So us 3 and then Adrian Mag lived together. I lived with Ari for my first 2 years.
Yep, and then Adrian Mag was my roommate last year in Fairview.
While also having fun together, the men have helped each other grow and develop. Ari Gerstein says Lope Adelakun has matured the most since they first met.
I would say that probably Lope Adelakun has matured the most. He coming in, who's a little unorganized, would often lose his car keys or his wallet or leave a racket at practice, and people would have to pick things up after himself. And now he's doing really well for himself, getting really good grades, securing internships, and really has become much more mature over the years.
I'm honestly surprised. I'm not really sure why he said that, but
It's actually going down.
No, I mean, I know it's true. I think that when I came in as a freshman, there's a lot of things I had to figure out, including time management and get my priorities straight. And so I think that spending a lot of time with these guys, rooming together, helped me mature and become a better tennis player and a better person overall. So maybe he's right. I'm not really sure, though.
Last season, the team won the Big East tournament and are hoping to continue that success into this season's tournament.
Having been there and having had that success, I think going into this year we have a lot of confidence, and having no seniors on this team, we're all the leaders of this team. So what we have gone through and what we set as an example can help the younger guys learn quicker and have a quicker, steeper learning curve into having that confidence and knowing that that's what we want to do.
And honestly, coming to practice every day with all my best friends is something I'm never going to forget. It's been a great 3 years, and I can't wait for just another great conference tournament, another season next year.
For the Butler Press Pass, I'm Savannah Betcher.
Thanks, Savannah. The regular season for the women's tennis team is nearing its end. The Bulldogs will face Seton Hall on Saturday, which marks the last home match for their 4 seniors. After that, the Big East tournament hosted in South Carolina awaits the team. Sitting down now with head coach Teo Bailey is Press Pass reporter Eric Robinson.
Thanks, Grant. I'm here with Butler women's head tennis coach Teo Bailey. Coach, thanks for being here.
No problem.
So just starting off, so far this season, you guys are 9-15. What are some things that you've seen, and how have you guys improved from the first match to right now?
over the semester, we've had some tough matches, and so a lot of it was building mental and emotional toughness. We worked on a lot of skill and pattern play, but in the end, it's if you're mentally tougher than your opponent to get through some of these close matches. And we knew we were going to have a lot of close matches because last year we did as well. And so that was kind of the key point and what I really wanted to hit on almost every practice and every day.
And you guys have 4 seniors on this team. What is it like having those 4 seniors who've been through this before to kind of teach the younger players kind of about that mental toughness?
It's been really important. 3 of my 4 seniors play at the top of the lineup. You know, we have a number 1 doubles or senior duo, and then 1 and 2 singles or seniors. So they come out and compete hard every single match, and it's good that the underclassmen can see that they're capable of doing that, because sometimes that's hard. You know, you can't always play your best every day, and so I always tell the girls, if today your best is 80%, give me 100% of your 80%, and the seniors are always good with being able to do that.
And so that senior leadership has been big for you guys this year. Losing those seniors next year is going to be tough, but who do you see kind of stepping up next year to take over those roles?
You know, we have a freshman this year, Emily Neal. She's playing 3 singles for us, and she's playing 2 doubles. But she really has a competitor's and a fighter's mentality, and her work ethic is so good. And I actually think a lot of the upperclassmen saw that coming in this year, and that helped them stay even more motivated to get through this semester and actually have it a better season than the previous years. I see Emily Neal stepping up and being our sophomore leader and potentially still playing in the top of the lineup.
And this matchup against Seton Hall, it's the last time you guys get to play at home. What are those seniors? What are you telling those seniors as they gear up for that last home game?
You know, it's still an important match. You know, it's going to be a little emotional at the beginning because we do our senior day kind of farewell at the beginning of the match. But we really want to win this match. This will help our record get to 10, and one of our team goals was to get to double-digit wins. And I think we're more than capable of winning this match. So everyone really is still going in pretty focused on taking this match 1 point at a time, 1 game at a time.
And this game is at home. You guys have performed really well at home. You're 6-2 in home matches, but on the road, you guys haven't been as fortunate. What are some things you guys are telling, or what are some things you guys are telling your team heading into the Big East tournament, which is, of course, not in Indianapolis?
Well, depending on our seeds, some of those teams that we potentially can play, we've already seen. So we will be going in with some confidence and some experience against those players that we potentially can play. So, but then they're at a neutral site as well, right? And so they're not at home where they have that momentum and at home fan base. So we're both going to be in a similar situation, playing at a neutral site. But we tend to travel well with our parents and our fans. So wherever we go, we kind of get a home sense and a home feeling. So I think we'll be fine playing in South Carolina against the conference teams.
And looking into that Big East Conference tournament, what are some goals that you guys have going into that matchup?
It's, you know, we don't know what's going to happen, but we're confident and we're more than willing to sit out there and work our butts off and give ourselves the best chance of winning. So our goal really is to just leave it all out on court, and whatever happens, you know, that happens.
And we have one more question. So on the Butler Press Pass, we've had kind of a debate. Is the tennis ball green? Is the tennis ball yellow? What is your opinion on this subject?
I see green. I don't see yellow. And it's interesting that people do, but I know that's just the way it is, the way the world is. I see tennis ball green. I think sometimes on television it looks yellow, but they're using the same tennis balls we're using at our matches, and so I say green.
All right, I agree with you.
All right.
So that has been Coach Teo Bailey. Coach, thank you for coming in.
No problem.
Guys, back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Eric and Coach Bailey. Each week we highlight the top moments in Bulldog sports. Press Pass's Chris Lewis has this week's Top Dog Moments.
Week. The Butler baseball team is currently on a 6-game winning streak. They've won 3 one-game series against Fort Wayne, Morehead State, and Eastern Illinois. Plus, they swept Villanova on the road. The Bulldogs scored at least 4 runs in all games and never let their opponents score for more than 5 runs. One of the main leaders of this stretch has been Michael Hartnagel, who has been on base 31 straight games. Butler looks to continue their winning streak as they play a 3-game series against the Seton Hall Pirates this weekend. For Butler Press Pass, this has been Chris Lewis.
Joining us at the desk for this week's roundtable discussion. Tomorrow, Butler football has their spring game, so let's talk some football, boys.
Let's do it.
Chris, starting with you, last season we went 6-5, 4-4 in the Pioneer. This has been a trend as of late, going 500 in conference play. How do we take that next step, get over 500?
Well, it first starts off with playing better in non-conference play. They play off Princeton against in the Ivy League first, and I think they need to play better defense overall. They only had 7 sacks last year, so they need to deliver some better pressure and get after the quarterback.
All right, now let's talk about departures. Of course, the seniors graduate, they move on. Where are we taking the biggest hit as far as departures go this year?
In my opinion, it's in the backfield for Butler. They lost last year's captain, Devontae Lane, and Sam Schrader, kind of a running back by committee there. Those two combined for over 1,000 yards and 17 touchdowns. And normally people would think, oh, we can make that up with a better passing game this year. Well, head coach Jeff Loris, he prefers to run the ball. If you look at their splits, they run the ball a lot more than they throw it. So it's very crucial that they find 2 replacements to, make that backfield situation better.
All right, Chris, with departures, players returning are going to have to step up into new roles. Out of these players returning, who will have the biggest impact?
Well, I think wide receiver Pace Temple, he's already a great player, but just with his elite skill set and just being such a great player in the Big East, I think he'll be able to carry that offense with so many skill position players leaving. And I also think Luke Sennett, he was voted the most improved player last year, and he's a defensive back.
All right, now let's finish it off by talking about the spring game itself. The spring game can often give us some answers to questions we have, give us depth chart positions, so on. What are you most looking forward to tomorrow on the field?
Well, the first thing about spring games is the defense usually wins them because it takes the offense a lot more time to gel, get their timing, get their chemistry together, whereas the defense can fly around and just run to the ball easier. There's not as much chemistry that has to be built there. But with that being said, kind of going up what Chris said with Pace Temple, your senior wide receiver, combine that with your redshirt senior quarterback, Will Marty. They both have experience. They've worked together the past couple seasons. I would expect the offense to be very competitive. Hopefully they can give the fans an exciting play. Pace Temple has a lot of acrobatic catches in his past, so hopefully they can give the fans a Randy Moss or Odell Beckham type catch to kind of get people excited for the upcoming season. But overall, it's just nice to have football back.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Thank you to Chris and Grant for joining me at the desk. That's all the time we have for today on the Press Pass. I'm John George.
And I'm Grant Anschutz, and this has been the Butler Press Pass. We have our credentials, now you have yours. See you next week.